Democrat fat. But like I said, these people, the converts, they always. Good thing is they're really, really losing it. We got what 7 days left or whatever, what 6 days rather, and hours if you're doing it that way. 6 days and 18. Well, now, 11 hours or something. Whatever. What time is it? 11 o'clock. 12 hours. Yeah, 6 days and 12 hours. Whatever. 12 hours and 7 minutes. But so I do something last night. These people. I switch who I watch, and really, it is like uh, they did a movie about it. It's She was a model back in the day, and they don't teach you all that in my AIT that I was in. But she invented the stuff I had to learn, the frequency hop and all that. It was invented in World War II as a female. And I think she was a model. But it's funny, because everything in my life has a reason. And all this time, one of my favorite movies, Blazing Saddles. He kept saying that's Headley, because at that age I didn't know who Hedy Lamarr was, but it still was funny, because you know who Mel Brooks and Harvey Korman is from. I knew who Harvey Korman from. Carol. Like I said, back then women just supported women, professional women. I just assume looking back, because we watched Carol Burnett every week, you know, and the women, but she was actually funny. I was a real little kid. And then Blazing Saddles was so funny, you know, and when they show it, I guess by the time I'm third grade, they show it on TV as a repeat, the movie, whatever. But, we're repeating the scenes, dying laughing, in class, I guess third or fourth grade. And, but I think when I first saw it, a few years earlier, when I was probably about 6, 7, my mom or somebody pointed out, they was laughing, because she was like, that's an old model, a female, but his name is Headley, or this Headley, or whatever he said, this Headley. And she's an old model. Then it turns out, I go into the army, and, frequency hopping, and that's the main thing. In my day, I don't even think my MOS exists, the number, anymore. But you still got comm guys. They just changed it to something else. Because when I got in, they had just changed it to what we were. It was brand new. They merged all the other ones, the Commo guys series, into one. And so anyway, a couple of years ago, maybe about 5 or 4 or whatever, maybe not even that long, Netflix got the movie about her. You can just look it up. The woman who created, frequency ComSec. With scrambling channels, so we could talk securely. She invented all that. She was a model or something like that, or actress back in the black and white movie days, and helped. Everybody was helping with. That's what I'm saying. Back then, everybody was helping World War II, the country. Everybody helped. And I ain't watched it. I don't. I probably did, but I don't remember. But it's like, damn, all the connections is like, weird. These weirdos still walking around with their dogs. But anyway, yeah, that he has the long sleeve T-shirt on, but it's gray. Yesterday I was wearing my long sleeve black T-shirt and blue shorts. Today I just got on a blue T-shirt. But anyway, so what I was babbling about just now is I change who I watch. It is so many of them, and they burn themselves out. And so who just burned? You're like, well, who just burned themselves out? I'll show you. And it's like, but see, these are the people. Like I said, I've been saying it about her. I critiqued her, but I still gave her a check, because it looked to me at the time as just she's used, because she was a part of the machine. She was a real reporter back in the day, in the late '90s, and before we all knew the truth, So she's part of it, even though she's swear up and down she's one of us. But I could tell just the thing she remember because she was the one kept reporting on Letitia James, and her titles kept saying she's done, and it's like no. And then you listen to her story reporting, it's like they're consider, and it looks like it, which is fine, okay, but. And remember, I'm like, she responded like, "Oh, yeah, I know you're It's not superstition. I'm ex-military. That's not superstition. Technically, your sergeant will tell you don't count your chickens. That's a country saying, but they will say that as a joke. But he's telling you the truth. This is life and death in the military. Yeah, it's like no, they haven't done it yet. Until they've done it. She's not done yet. I don't care how much it looks like. It's not superstition. She sounds like someone who's been abused, and that. Yeah, she thinks. It's like no. It's like no, it's not superstition. You saying it is that's a false title. Clickbait. Yeah, it's like no, they haven't done it yet. Just I'm like, oh, we would have clicked. All you had to say, it looks like they're about to, serve Letitia. Yeah, you could be funny. They're about to serve Letitia James. Like she served Trump. Why did she just wave at me? They weird. They do because the other day this dude came in the store behind me and he just waved, at me. I don't know what's going on with these Democrats. They're losing it. They really are, all of them. They're agents. They're undercover people. Like I said, they're really not undercover because they can't really fool us. But so we're not worried about them infiltrating us. But I am gonna talk about it because it's funny. And like I said, yes, she could have said something way cleverer and made a better title. Like Letitia James is about to looks like she's about to lose her license, or looks like she's about to get what she wanted to happen to Donald Trump. Not the same charges, but just take away this and that. She wanted to take stuff away from him, and it would have been totally fine. But you write a title, we're thinking, oh, they didn't sign the paperwork. It's signed, sealed, delivered. It's not superstition. But anyway, so the and literally as I was, what was I doing? Cooking breakfast or something a while back. They got things that now pop up in my feed soon as I push it, and it'll be like 2 minutes ago. And yeah, this is what they wanted me to see. It's from an hour ago, but I did this yesterday already about I did it last night about the Asian chick. I mean, technically, you could say she has a big channel. She has to edit. She probably saw it before I did. Maybe, not probably. I don't know. But I don't care about a YouTube channel like that. I'll just do it. Like I said, for 4 years, 5 years now, six, whatever, however long it's been. I'm just doing it to fuck them up because they can't stop me. They just mad. But yeah, I saw this one too. Yeah, third grader and beat up the teacher. Look at her. Third grader did that to her. And they said the third, I watched it already. Not his version. I watched the actual. See, that's what I'm saying. They're giving those. I mean, technically, you could say they might have the same type of feed that I have because I see the stories on the local news. I got two in my regular channel. It'll be all these local in Blue Lens and see Fox Carolina, all these different WFFL, whatever the fuck, all these different local channels from all over the country that I didn't even start looking up. They just filled up my uh stuff. Yeah, WEHS. I got to look up, who these channels are. I didn't start looking them up. They started putting them in. So see, I ain't see all this, fuck celebrities. And so yeah, so it's like I don't know, it's either that, but it's like, and so I'll see these stories that won't say nothing about it, but now they're all I don't know, but it's I see them first. But like I said, they got big channels, so they might, like I said, they might have known, but they got to do all that stuff and edit it and yada yada. Yeah, I can just come out here and go live, whatever. Early votes update.
Already representing a quarter of the total votes in the 2020 cycle, 40 million ballots have been cast all around the nation. Republicans are overperforming expectations, as registered Republicans vote early or return mail-in ballots at an unusually high rate, you have most likely heard. Based on these figures, let us explore the data and create an electoral college map for 2024 to evaluate whether Democrats have cause for worry at this point. Tracking mail-in and early in-person voting across most states is a fantastic tool available from NBC News. At the time of this
NBC News, fantastic tool. See, that's what I'm saying. I never seen this channel. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking. It's like no matter who wins right now, these people are crazy. So, like I said, I didn't even tell you they had they dug up, well, not dug up. I don't mean to say it like, but anyway, one of the, matter of fact, I had talked about it a while back, about a week ago, and so, and obviously, whatever. I'll listen to that, she just happened to find this new address. Like, she won't even tell me, but I already know it's the Democrat. But as usual, so you did all this fine, but you don't want to hear nothing I got to say if it has to do with the upcoming election. Yeah, no, yeah. But anyway, the same thing. They just run away. They just, like I said, it's like holy water. The truth just, you know, and I don't want to hear, some people just don't want to talk about. No, this is, like I said, this isn't politics. You people are crazy. It's not politics. Oh yeah, I forgot to show y'all. So, see now today everybody's gone. It was a whole bunch of cars there. Now it is, well, yeah, it's like a car lot. But I didn't make them move them cars, but I think they moved them because of. Does it look like that thing? Yeah, it does look like it's clouding up again already when you do the little cleaning. But like I said, just do it again. They're like, oh, it don't last long when you do it. So you're just not gonna do it because you got to do it again. I guess it becomes part of the car life. You gotta like waxing your car, whatever. You gotta do it again. But so first, I will show you how. I told y'all about how I left, unsubscribe from Fox and don't watch them. I watch Fox Business, but not the main one. And so it's like the dude is really mad at me. Right? Yeah, here she goes. Yeah, I knew something was up yesterday because when I clicked, she had on all red, right? And who knows? As long as she been a reporter, she probably, out there in L.A. But anyway, my point is today, it is good. Just my opinion. The
all seniors on Medicare who haven't claimed their spending card loaded with $3,300 have only.
This is an act of desperation, ladies and
Confident, and you think you're going to win. Do you call people Nazis? That's to me, that is an assumption that you think you're going
Yeah,
to win.
that's why I stopped watching though. It's like they're trying to make me watch them. I don't care what you say. You can say you're, but hey, I already been through that. You know,
It's a sign of desperation. What is it if it's not? I mean, if they actually do believe that these thousands of decent people that are just coming there for a good time.
and see that all these big headlines take down. That's what I'm saying. When you try to come in, oh, all right. We like for them to be made fools of with their own ridiculousness. That's true, but when you try to make it all about what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, make it all about just the see this just pulled up 6 minutes. You see, this is just I was just talking about it.
Even Jake Tapper on CNN, even he's like, okay, come on.
I mean, you can tell all this was filmed like yesterday, and they're just uploading it. But I'm just saying, they make sure I see it though.
Really actually insinuating that he's going to put people in camps. Listen to this, Debbie Dingle. She's trying to get the Muslim population worked up because you see a lot of people out in the state of Michigan that are of Muslim descent and are Americans are looking to vote for Donald Trump. I mean, he's had enormous success with groups that you wouldn't typically think he would be successful with, because I think there's a message of economic clarity that certainly resonates. And there's a message of clarity in terms of who's in the country, et cetera, that's resonating everywhere. So Debbie Dingle, representative from Michigan, gets onto CNN and starts going down this path. And it's funny, like Jake totally calls her bluff and she can't say boo. I mean, I would have thrown her off the set, frankly, but he's being pretty respectful. Take a peek.
The Arab American community needs to be reminded and cannot forget. He wants to ban Muslims, he wants to deport Muslims, and he wants...
See, that's what we're talking about. These white, especially these white liberals, right? They, when they talk like that, that's the pet stuff. Yeah, treating them like a pet. White liberals trying to tell other people, that they don't like has nothing to do with the other person that they don't like is racist or nothing. They just don't like them. They figure they could jump on the bandwagon and get you to not like them. It's like, you're not better than me or smarter than me. It's not even offensive. It's like, you're stupid. Get away from me. That's all it is. You're just stupid. I tell them to their face, because you're not above me. I'm not above you, but you're stupid. That kind of makes me above you, but I'm too smart, to actually think that. The pride cometh before a big fall. But
to start internment camps. And that's what we are busy talking to every voter. He's telling you what he's going to do. Believe him.
Internment camps?
Yes, he just talked internment camps. You know what, Jake? You may have to visit me on one. I get worried enough when he talks about what he's going to do to his...
Where did they... And either way, there was another video I'm going to show. The same thing. All of them, these different channels, all these people talking. To me, that looks like what they're trying to do is plan on stealing. So, and they want it. So in history, they got all these people saying, yes, he said it. Yes, he said it. So on video, and they're going to try to get rid of all the other footage. So in the future, it'll look like they was right to steal the election and shit like that. That's what I'm saying. If they all just keep on this TV and they just keep going on TV and the internet saying this, in the last couple, now that they see they're really going to lose or whatever, and you got that dude, he's a senator or something in New York, a Democrat, Jamie Raskin, saying he's not going to ratify it if Trump wins. It's like, that's illegal. You can't say that. It is like, if you arrest us, you're that's what I'm saying. They're going to try to play games. Oh, you're the one who's committing treason, because he's already in that position. And you see how they got these people. It's not like they're not. It's like a movie. I was just watching another one, same old type of shit. Matter of fact, this one was about the Salem witch trial age or whatever, the age of the Salem, and the people doing fake shit. Or like in modern life, a woman or something or whatever. And we seen them before, and the woman start hitting herself, and the dude gets scared because he knows what she's doing. and maybe they're in a hotel room, and then she starts crying and screaming, and the security guards come in and they grab the dude, and and she runs to the dude, and oh no, I was so scared. He was such a beast. He was going to do that. He said he was going to kill me. And, this is crazy. She really rammed her own face into the wall. I mean, that's extreme. But look, these folks, look at what they're doing. They're going to listen to what these people are saying. This is dangerous. And really, I say not internment camps like they keep giving what they want, but they need to be in mental, involuntarily admitted until they see the doctors deem them fit that they can be released. And first of all, the proof for the future that we wasn't just locking up Americans, because we'll have videos of all of us. Nothing happened to us. We didn't have to be quiet. We didn't have to stop talking about our beliefs. Nobody came for it. Like literally, I'm the only one. The day they're I think that's why, because I already said, that it's kind of quiet. You saw a few people. Because I'm like the only ones literally being pursued are people being pursued by you Democrats. If that car keep riding by, I would notice an old red Chevy. That car is like 15 years old. And I know cars, well, I like them. But anyway, so yeah, it's like we're the only ones being pursued and y'all trying to shut us down. We don't have to do that. We know better than to try to shut your enemy down like that. If I shut you down, it'll be in person. And I'm going to ask you what you're going to do about it. If that's the case, if I feel like that. But that means you let me shut you down. Like I said, if you shut me down, either you let me or really I don't care. And I'm like, you ain't finna do shit and this ain't worth my time. I got way more important shit to do, like making money and, making these videos than to be fucking with you, fighting with you, arguing with you.
With political enemies, but he has talked about them in this with different.
Okay, there's no smiling, right? So she's being totally serious, and I think he starts to ask for specifics, and she's totally out of her element. Totally.
Groups of people.
Well, I
in this with different.
Okay, there's no smiling.
Then she starts stuttering because they're not expecting, especially like that dude Jake Tapper. I'm starting to see matter of fact, I got to show the fight basically he got into with the vice president, soon to be vice president J.D. Vance. And Vance, he's young and he's smart, college and a Marine, so he's not falling for it. And he kept, and this nerd Jake Tapper kept trying to, get him, and they keep saying the same dumb shit about the enemy within. That's what he was talking about. So now he's, I guess, after that verbal ass whooping that J.D. Vance gave him, maybe now he's trying to take it out on somebody else.
They have to visit me on one. I get worried enough when he talks about what he's going to do to his political enemies. But he has talked about them in this with different.
Okay, there's no smiling, right? So she's.
The community needs to be reminded and cannot forget. He wants to ban Muslims. He wants to deport Muslims, and he wants to start internment camps.
I don't care, you white guys, I don't know, maybe anybody, she looks and sounds like grandma, innocent granny, not arguing, obviously. But you know what I'm saying? To see that's what it's, look, she need, if you feel sorry, hey, she's a crazy old lady. She need to be, hey, they'll take care of her. Yes, she need to be until she is mentally well. Internment camps, she sounded like, remember that lady from the 80s, what's her name, Edie McClure, was in all the movies. It was always the grandma or something, or whatever. They, see what I'm saying? Didn't I tell you that's why I curse these black folks out, these white, old, I don't care if you're old and white, old and black, old and Mexican, old and Puerto Rican. Once I sense who you are, it's over. You'll get the elder as an elder, your elder witch. Your witches respect you. They're the ones who got to give you respect. But God said I don't have to. There they go with another CIA plane. Like I said, the airport where they take off is in about 30 minutes, 40 minutes from here in another city. Right? It ain't far. Where Bubba Smollett, the track is at, where, yeah, it's over that way. Remember the guy, the NASCAR black guy who said it was a hanging? And it was just that everybody, if you've been in the garage, I've been in the garage with the same, I guess, noose. That's how you pull it down. Everybody knows that. Since we were kids. Remember when you was a kid, you had to jump and get it? That's why it's a loop. It's not a noose, it's a loop. Or you had to get in a chair and pull it down and jump off the chair and, then pull it the rest. He said it was a noose. They hung a noose there as a symbol. But the small, I mean, yeah, it's an airport. I mean, it's a plane. But yeah, you notice it's flying. Would remind me of Goodfellas, or where, back in the day before you knew Robert De Niro was batshit crazy. He's another one that need to be locked up in an insane asylum. But the scene where the plane crashed, right? Because they had been following it. Well, they ran out of gas. They forgot to put gas in the car. They had been circling so much they forgot to put gas in the airplane and crashed. But it see, look, they got these expensive ass dogs. That dog cost more than that truck I bought. That dog cost more than my truck. And you know she's a liberal. And you black folks, we ain't got no money. And these liberals, I don't know if she white. She might be white or mixed or whatever. But either way, her dog cost more than that truck. What I paid for. More than what I pay for rent here, because my apartment hasn't been rebuilt like his and hers in the middle, and I think they're gonna work on that one. But it was that Afghan or whatever it's called. I don't know, something like that.
Not forget, he wants to ban Muslims, he wants to deport Muslims, and he wants to start internment camps. And that's what we are busy talking to every voter. He's telling you what he's going to do. Believe him.
Internment camps?
Yes, he just talked internment camps. You know what, Jake? You may have to visit me in one. I get worried when he talks about what he's going to do to his political enemies. But he has talked about them in the...
What have these people done that they got... they got videos of them with kids. What do they have on these people to make them say this? I don't think there's enough money in the world to make me lie like that. I don't lie, so I'm just saying, if you ask me something that ain't none of your business, that's different. But I'm talking about, hey, you been spying on me. It's like, no, I ain't gotta tell you shit, nigga. Or bitch, whoever. But other than that, yeah, I don't have to lie, Fuck you asking me that for, something like that. But so that's what I'm saying. Is like, and there's other ways, and as long as we get rid of y'all, you yourself can make money. You ain't gotta, the struggle stuff, all the struggling. You don't have to struggle and be poor. Like I said, all the jobs could come back. Like I said, I don't know if I told the story. When I got out, one of the guys I used to hang with, well, really, he would hang with us. He was older. Because we had guys in our crew that was older that was with us all the time, every day, all day. But then he had friends he went to high school with. They would come over every once in a while, right? One of them I kind of didn't get along with. This was before I went in the Army. At that time, I didn't even know I was going in. Like I said, it was spur of the moment. But it might have not been that long before I went in the Army. He'd come over to the hood. And no, it's not, yada, yada, yada. But I'm going to tell you, it was, I guess he grew up different. And maybe he was looking down on us. His dad worked at U.S. Steel. So they had money. He grew up with money. right? You know, the one in Birmingham or Fairfield, you know, the U.S. Pike, you know, U.S. Like I said, uh, now it's like a ghost plant, but it's there. That's I'm pretty sure they could fire it back up and hire people once Trump bring back and to put the tariffs on China steel and all that shit. That's what they, you know, that's what they don't want to do. Not just Birmingham. The headquarters is in Pittsburgh, right? U.S. Steel, Pittsburgh. That's why the Steelers, right? Pittsburgh Steelers. But so like I said, remember when I was in high school? He's older than me. Like I said, there was still kids who fathers or whatever had good jobs, and like I said, a lot of the times they were the OGs. You know, they're 2 years older than us, so they had no. That's why at first I thought it was kind of silly that they were so deep in these gangs, and it was like, you got money, you ain't got no reason to be doing this. You know, because that was it. Nowadays, there's no reason to be doing it no more either. It's all over. It's no more fun and games. It wasn't for fun and games in my day. You know, we wanted money. No, I don't give a fuck. Grown man, I don't give a fuck. You want to do drugs, that's on you. Yeah, I want to do a car. You know, I want to have a car. I can't afford the type of car I want. And the best way to get it is to work it, you know, do what I'm doing. You know, get your job at McDonald's and buy your, you know, you buy yourself some dope. You don't let, yeah, what is that? That dog ain't that expensive. But you buy your own dope. So you don't own nobody. So nobody's coming for you if you get caught or you with your little bit of dope or your mama flush it because you don't want that stuff in the house and she find it. Or you just fuck it up. You know, you don't know how to cut it up the right way and you don't get the right amount of money. Either way, you don't owe nobody because you bought it up front. But anyway, there's no need for any of that anymore, you know. But anyway, back to what I'm saying though. That's what I'm talking about. I felt it. I literally felt it with the jobs being taken away. And like they said, under Pelosi, all these years she been in office, 40, 50 years, all the American, everything been given away to China, outsourced, China, India. And so, you know, so same guy, when I get back, you know, he's working. I didn't even know, you know, when we was in high school, I don't think I knew. But then, you know, now it's like 6 years later. And every once in a while, I was happy for him. He had his house with his wife and kid, you know, his kid was like, you know, 8 or 9. So a few times we go over there chilling, you know, I thought it was cool. It was like a normal thing. Wife come home, oh shit, you know, y'all, you know, everybody, you know, we all straighten up a little bit. You know, you happy for him, right? And then one day I asked him, I was like, yo, you can't hook me up with U.S. Steel? And he's like, well, you got any experience? Like, where the fuck, you know, I've been in the Army. Where the fuck I'm gonna get any experience with U.S. Steel? Or any steel? You know, it's like you can't, and I bet back in the day when they pump it or we pump it back up, they're gonna be hiring you like that. You're gonna get the experience. If you could take the you know, the physicality, they're gonna teach you everything. It's like, what experience you had? Your dad got you in. You know, it's like, but you know, I wouldn't even mad. What I'm saying is, and I'm still not. I'm just saying, more than likely, like I said, it's a skeleton crew there. It's not that many people. So there was no jobs anyway. There was nothing to hook up. I guess it's about 03 or something. But
in this with different.
Okay, there's no smiling, right? So she's being totally serious, and I think he starts to ask for specifics, and she's totally out of her element. Totally.
The people.
Well, I've heard him talking about rounding up undocumented migrants, and obviously for that you would need some sort of camp. But what do you mean internment camps for Muslims and Arabs?
He has spoken about that in different audiences. I don't have the exact citation right here, but I'll find it for you. He's been very clear, and I've said to the community, I'll never forget when he kept his promise that he was going to ban Muslims. Do you remember at Detroit, the airport?
What promise? See, that is the dumbest shit. Y'all keep playing these stupid games like we're stupid. Just like there's another video. Yeah, so many videos I got to go through. There's another one, and a black guy is talking about Trump said he's going to arrest all black people. This just came out yesterday, or day before yesterday. his name Van Jones. He talking about Trump going to arrest all black people, black men. First of all, you saying all of us are criminals. He gonna bring back stop and frisk. Like I always said, even before that, years ago. I'm talking about years ago. I already said that's an insult. And no, I don't mean I get insulted. They ask me for my ID. I literally get happy. Yeah, bitch, I got an ID. Obviously you don't do all that, but that's how you feel like on the inside. Like you just slap them on the forehead with it. Pow, here my damn ID. Here, motherfucker, I got a damn. Fuck you think this is? I ain't got no ID. But it's like all that. So yeah, it's like if they do stop and frisk, what are you worried about? And they're saying more and more shit. It got to be on purpose. Because they're like, they're saying this shit that's insulting because you're saying all black men, even if they did just stop and frisk, they're going to just go to prison. If they out there fucking up, you gotta, first of all, they're going to find ways to get around that shit, but I doubt if they do all that. And like everybody pointed out, the only ones dying, there are a few now, more and more cases of white liberals getting hurt in New York and smoked and this and that, but the majority is all still black on black. So I think they're just trying to make us mad.
The
Black
airport
people.
was shut down. And that's because there was an
It's like during COVID, okay? Like there were a lot of airports shut down. I mean,
organized rally.
This woman.
But because people came from around this state.
this woman is part of the problem. You see, so they keep going on, and they keep saying this nonsense and spouting this nonsense. And by the way, some of the reporters out there actually just lap it up. Go over to MSNBC, and you get them not only lapping it up, but spouting it out over and over again. Mika Brzezinski got a big chance on The View. Maybe she's taking over for, what's her name, Whoopi, sometime soon. Auditioning? I don't know. But she went over, and she was on their set, and she just gave a big song and dance. Total hysteria, but this is all we're seeing lately, and it's concerning. I want to show you what Jim Acosta was trying to suggest over there on CNN. Remember him, but before I do, quick shout out to our friends over at Balance of Nature, one of our great sponsors here on the Trish Regan Show. Balanceofnature.com, code word Trish, 1-800-246-8751, 1-800-246-8751. I take this stuff every day, my fruits and veggies. It keeps me healthy. We're going into the holiday season. I mean, I'm personally pretty busy, right?
All right, so again,
Homeowners, listen up. If you're a home, he's going to finally give a direct order. Ask yourself a basic question about network integrity. You guys talked about the Russia hoax nonstop.
The FBI was investigating it. The FBI was investigating it. So we recovered them.
And so you took the words of unnamed FBI agents and put them on your network as if they were the gospel truth. You did it again and again. A viewer of your network would have believed that Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin conspired in 2016.
No.
That was totally and preposterously false.
No.
Well, that's
What you just said is
why.
false.
That's JD Vance proving once again why he's Trump's running mate by absolutely destroying CNN host and political shill Jake Tapper in a heated debate. Welcome to Nurk News, I'm Nurkish, and it looks like the Harris campaign isn't the only one crashing and burning recently, because CNN is not only in hot water with the usual conservatives, but they've been taking more and more heat from disgruntled liberals like Charlemagne the God, who are upset with the network for not spinning enough news to pull Democrats out of their tailspin. Here's Tapper pretending that being hated by both sides somehow means that they're objective.
Agrees with that, but he's talking about
Apparently you do, based on the way
No,
you're asking
I'm
the
not.
question.
No, based on the fact that he's accused people that didn't break the law of breaking the law when it comes to the election. And if you want to revisit that, I'm happy to. But Liz Cheney, he said, should be put before a war tribunal. None of that sounds fascist to you at all?
No, of course it doesn't. Of course.
it's like, why can't you say something if it's true? You can't. It's like somebody breaking in your house and they start screaming, "Oh, you're a fascist!" Yeah, it's like you can't commit crimes, especially if you're a politician, Liz Cheney. You know, an out and out traitor. Anybody who been following, and then Democrats. Where they see that? Look, we're not playing that game. We're not nerds. We don't fuck with nerds like that. And it's not because we don't have nothing. Is you're playing a stupid game. You really are. That's the shit that got you fucked up in high school. It has nothing to do with politics. You're being disingenuous, as they would say, right? And you know it. It's that nerd shit.
Liz Cheney before a military tribunal? First of all, I don't buy into the premise of what you're saying, Jake, because I just on things that I know that he said, on things that I know that he said, you're imputing things, you're taking words out of context, you're taking two separate conversations and pretending that they were made at the exact same time. So I'm rejecting the premise of your question. I frankly don't believe what you're saying about Donald Trump's words. If you'd like to put up a clip and actually put him in context, I think the American...
That's another thing. It's like, ooh, he did smoke that boy. Ooh-wee. Why won't you just put up the clip then? It seems like when I pull out my phone and tell them do it like that dude, they run away. But see, he's trying to be Jake Tapper. He can't run because he's interviewing. So he's trapped. They trapped themselves. And like we all keep saying, everybody now that we know their game and we're seeing they're not going to change. They're going to stick to the same. It's like I said, they did something to them. They can't. It's not even that they can't think. They used to be able to think, but this is some kind of a brainwashing, like a movie. Seriously, they can't. They like Kamala, Donald Trump. Everything you say, Donald Trump. Well, Donald Trump. Well, Donald Trump. No matter what. Well, what do you do? Donald Trump. Donald Trump. Donald Trump. Donald Trump. Donald Trump. Donald Trump. It's like they won't. There's the Jake Tapper dude. He can't. They trapped themselves. They really thought this little tactic of just, well, what about trying to get us ashamed or something for telling the truth. He said Liz Cheney should be in front of a war tribunal. And he thought Vance was going to be like, oh, yeah, I guess he shouldn't have said, why shouldn't he say that? I don't care, especially if she's our fellow countryman, a public servant. She definitely should be in front. If there's evidence, Trump wouldn't say it if he didn't have, and it's nothing to, Trump is just, y'all think he's got, no. That's common sense. I've been telling you that since my first video. It's like, just like in the street, in the military, in school, when you was a real little kid, is the same as when you don't want to get a whooping. All of us who grew up getting a whooping, that's why you don't say shit. That's why I keep telling you, they promoted idiots in the street and kids that never got disciplined and project kids. That's why they promoted them, to make them think they good people. I don't give a fuck if they are or not, but they're, their definition of being good human is just loving each other, their family, all their brothers and sisters, their single mom. And that's all they care about. They don't care about everybody else, like the rest of us. We want everybody to do good. It just makes you does. I'm like, you get it, like y'all say, natural high. You feel better. I'm floating too. They don't understand that. And not only that, like I said, you don't want that spanking. So that's why, and at certain levels, that spanking ain't coming from your mama. For some people, it's coming from your colonel. Or first it's gonna be your sergeant, then it's coming from your company commander, then it's coming from the colonel. You fucked up real bad. So if you're a politician, it's coming from such and such. DOJ. It's like, so yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's why we don't lie. Same thing as when y'all thought I was scary. Why you gonna do this? I'm like, there are rules to this shit, dumbass. I'm not. That's what I said. You're stupid. Just because I've been to prison. That's why you went to prison, because you stupid. You can't get mad at me because I ain't get caught, and I'm too old for that shit to start now. You crazy as fuck. You're not gonna play that mind game like we in third grade. I double dog dare you.
American people would realize that Donald Trump is a hell of a lot more reasonable than the people like Liz Cheney who would like to lie us into war.
I'm talking
Than
about
what Donald
publicly.
Trump did in
I'm
office.
talking about
What he did in office, Jake,
What he said publicly.
1.5% inflation.
The military to go after the enemy within, which is the American people.
He did not say that, Jake.
Enemy
He
within?
said that he was.
And see, that's why we see why he's there, Vice President Trump. You know, because yeah, he's not and he's not being, you know, he's smart. You know, I think he's a lawyer or whatever. Then he ran for something. And you know, he's a Marine, ex-Marine, a Marine. Well, you know, Marine, once a Marine, all of them. You know, yeah, always a Marine. But so he's not taking that crap, and he's not getting upset. But he's not gonna let him talk over him either with a total lie. It's like that is total nonsense. And there's something's wrong with these people.
To send the military after the American people. Show me the quote where
He said he was going to. He said the enemy within.
Far
Hey, look, he can't even talk right. The CNN guy, he said like Van said, show me, just pull it up. You got a whole CNN staff. They should have hundreds of thousands of hours of footage. Tell you where did he say that? He said he pull it up. He won't do it.
lunatics. He's talking about
the
people
Pelosi's
rioting
and Schiff.
He's talking about people rioting after the election.
Pelosi's were rioting after the election.
He said
Adam Schiff was rioting after the election.
You're using two separate phrases. He said about using the military that far left.
See, that's what they're getting mad about. They're getting mad because they're malfunctioning or something. It's like, yeah, they can't compute. They're not compute. They're malfunctioning.
People who riot in the wake of an election, people who burn down American cities in the summer of 2020, yes, we should have a federal law enforcement.
You know, the thing that makes CNN a target for conservatives and liberals like Jon Stewart is that they're politically biased hacks, but won't fully lean into it all the way because they want to maintain some sort of patina of being objective journalists. When the fact of the matter is that they're basically a watered down MSNBC operating under the illusion of being middle of the road because nobody likes them.
We covered an FBI investigation. I don't know why you want to talk about the FBI investigation.
You covered it in a way that gave credence to anonymous sources' accusations. You did it yourself. Your network did it, Jake. But again, can we talk about the issues that Americans care
I'm
most
talking about things that Donald Trump has said.
Yes.
If you have an issue
Kamala
with whether or
Harris-
not he's talking about the economy enough, that's between you and your running mate. I'm talking about things he has said this week.
Every single
But that's
rally.
in another video I'm gonna play. The lawfare. You see how the cop he just came out. You know, the little dude at the end, and you know they dressed. So yeah, they're getting. You saw that. The cop. There's another video I'm gonna play after this one. And again, it's all about these lunatics going on the internet talking about we're gonna come out. And no, they mean we, us too, the voters. That the Republicans are physically gonna come after them, not just the military. It's another video. And like we said, and the host of the channel says, we're the only ones getting harassed. You see that the lawfare, she's talking about Trump, but y'all use lawfare on regular citizens, just like that cop tried to harass me just now. They're mad, they're jealous, about the truck. Like I said, they're dying. It's their last dying, like in a movie where the person is dying, a good guy or a bad guy character, they're dying. They just reach it, it's their last grasp.
He talks about how he wants to unleash American energy so we can lower the cost of groceries. He talks about the fact that housing has become unaffordable. He talks about the wide open border, Jake. Kamala Harris and her allies, it's interesting. Kamala Harris and her media allies, and I would put CNN in this category. You guys seem to care.
I'll tell you that they would.
Well, they should watch your network more because you guys seem to care more about Donald Trump's past than the future of the American people. We're running this campaign on making the American dream.
I'm specifically asking about how Donald Trump is going to be president in the future should he win, and then we're being told
He's going to pursue economic policies that lower the cost of groceries and make life more affordable again. He talks about it every single day on the campaign trail, and so do I. What you're talking about is an anonymously sourced story, or one guy
Nothing anonymously sourced.
or who one guy who is a disgruntled employee.
I told
where
you
5 other
10
people
people.
pushed back against him and said that what he said was dishonest. So why don't we talk about
It's
the
another
policy
thing. Not only that, he keeps saying, like they said, like Jake said, Vance said, JD said, there's two sides, and you only reported one side. One guy who got fired, disgruntled, and 5 other people who said they was there too, and they never heard it. So why are you still going off the one guy? Why are you giving him all of the, credibility? And you're supposed to be a professional journalist.
It's affecting American citizens and not what Donald Trump allegedly said, according to one guy who's pissed off because he got fired by Donald Trump.
Vance is awesome here, and this is absolutely the way everyone on the right should be dealing with dishonest establishment media hacks from now on. I mean, this isn't 20 years ago. They can't hide this stuff anymore. We have the internet now, and all their receipts to call them out on their BS thanks to people like Elon Musk and conservatives on social media. I mean, you can legitimately go on X right now and find 5-minute montages of Jake Tapper and CNN hosts pushing the Russia collusion hoax as if it's basic fact. Don't take my word for it. Just look at this brief sample from the Maze account on X.
President Trump has gone to, quote, extraordinary lengths to keep specifics about his meetings with Russian President Vladimir Putin secret, even keeping them from top members of his own administration. Take a listen to how President Trump responded Saturday night when asked directly if he has ever worked for Russia.
I think it's the most insulting thing I've ever been asked. I think it's the most insulting article I've ever had written.
The president did not directly answer the question. It's a stunning turn of events. Do you think the president of the United States ever worked on behalf of the Russians against American interests?
That's absolutely insane and proves that journalists love to pretend that they were just covering a story or citing things critics are saying when they want convenient political cover or a way to insert their own opinions in.
How to unlock the Catalina outfit for free on Fortnite Mobile. First, go to Fortnite.com/download. From here, download the new Epic.
Leftists for so long have not understood. Guys, before we get into today's video, please like and subscribe. Yes, I've heard some crazy things in my day, and we featured those crazy things on this channel, and we're gonna do so again today with this video that I came across on TikTok. Thank you to one of you out there for tagging me in the comments of this, because this is a video titled Safety Guidelines If Orange, literally an orange emoji, gets reelected. So we have a strong case of orange man bad syndrome here, TDS, Trump derangement syndrome, and this is wild, the safety guidelines that this guy gives out. I'll let him speak for himself.
All right, worst case scenario, Trump gets reelected. Here's the game plan if that happens. The general rule of thumb from now on is, will the MAGA heads use it to attack someone? If so, keep your mouth shut. You no longer know that any of your trans friends are trans. You no longer know that any of your non-Christian friends are non-Christian. You no longer know that any of your friends, family, or neighbors are left-leaning at all.
Whoa. Whoa, we're making some big jumps here. Why would the MAGA people be attacking you? This is giving Jussie Smollett vibes. This is MAGA country. You can chill. I think you're gonna be fine.
You see, like I said, you see, and she'll say it too. She was a deep, lefty, if that's what you want to call it. She was, like she said, all for that shit years ago, whatever. But that's another thing. They need to, not because of inspirational stories. How did they just all of a sudden see the light? That's what I'm talking about. These converts. I mean, she's good at what she does, and she got experience on that side. She's from California somewhere, so she got inside info. But it's like, do we really need that info like that? And let them sink in, because it's like the wall. It is breaking now, because they'll bring in their even the little terminologies. Y'all start thinking, the weak-minded ones of y'all, us. And it's not. I'm not saying, what I'm saying is, maybe don't get your hopes up, because technically she wouldn't be a good person in a leadership position, I would think. And I'll tell you why. I'll let it play.
Now, he says trans people shouldn't come out and say that they're trans, which, I'm sorry, just for a moment, I have to say this. I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to tell. I'm pretty sure we can figure that out on our own. You don't have to come out to us. We pretty much know when someone is trans identifying, and we're not attacking them. Trust. That's not a goal. And I don't even know that I self-identify as full MAGA or whatever, but I will be.
Hey, so yeah, the thing about, my thing is, when I hear them say that, is what I was saying. you know, they're gonna come after us just like him. They're starting this thing now. Robert De Niro was the first one we heard say that weeks ago. It's like, what did you do? See, as a man, you know, see a woman, she's, you know, she's just trying to play it off. You know, she's a small chick. She's physically small, and she's, you know, used to be a, you know, I really think she really is changed. But you know, there's ways that they can't get out their system. They don't have that mentality like we do. So my first thought is now, oh, hold on, you know, no, nobody's coming after. It is nobody's coming after you, but honestly, it's like, well, then what'd you do then? Nah, seriously, you did something. You thinking like that, you feel guilty about something, nigga. What the fuck you did? Now you need to talk. You need to start talking now. You talk, yeah, because you already started. You started talking. Don't stop now. But don't just say everybody coming after you. You need to tell why you feel like that. And don't just this bullshit of, oh, they just gonna attack us because the trans that it did it. Like, nah, you did something. You know, you did some fucked up dirt, and you trying to hide behind all that victimhood shit. Yeah, you done did something, nigga.
Voting for Trump. And I'm not voting for him because I think we're going to attack people who disagree with us or lead different lifestyles than we do. He goes on to say that non-religious people shouldn't say they're non-religious. I'm non-religious. I don't affiliate myself with any religion.
I mean, see, that's what I'm saying. And those things do play, even for a job. I mean, yeah, I thought you were one of non-religious. And you know, it's like in the leadership, because like I said, she's not. And she don't explain everything. Like, the only thing I'm wondering is, you know, more than likely she had rich parents, you know, California, that's why she, you know, liberal. And more than likely, you know, as she grew up, teenager, high school, college, you know, passing around. She probably, but she woke up on her own. That was she tired of, you know. But, so that's why she's double-minded. Because like she said, she just said it, we just saw it. I'm MAGA, I mean, I'm not MAGA, but I'm voting for Trump. See, that's double-minded. That means, and that's what it leads me to believe she's never been to church. She can't make up. She's trying to, she wants to, but she can't. She thinks she's being brave and standing up. She left, because she probably, someone like her, she probably didn't have to leave her friends. They just, you know, whatever. They probably just want to be around to kiss her ass. No, there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm telling you, it's dangerous. Well, I guess it is. That is something wrong with that too. What I meant, I didn't mean physically. I mean, like, you know, mentally. Yeah, phony or something like that.
Whatsoever, and I don't plan to in the near or distant future. We're fine. I don't think anybody's going to attack you. I think you're going to be good. Also, left-leaning people.
And see, that's my thing. See, as a woman, she's like, you know, no one. I mean, that's cool. Yeah, nobody's going to attack you. But. And I'm not trying to be a psychologist and get to the underlying. Nah, this is nigga shit, real nigga shit. Why the fuck you keep saying that shit? You done something. Think about it. If you in the gang or something and somebody keep talking like that, they done something. No, I'm just saying, maybe we should be on the lookout. On the lookout for what, nigga? Well, I mean, what the fuck you done, man? No, fuck this shit. Yeah, what the fuck have you done? Look out for who? The cops? You know, for the rival gang that we into it with, who are you talking about on the lookout for? You done, you know, this ain't just a general, you know, we just getting too comfortable, you know, nah, nigga, you saying this too much. You done something. Spit that shit out. But we're not on their side. But I'm telling you, from experience, if they saying all this, they're expecting something because they know what they did was dirty.
You're okay to come out as left-leaning. In fact, you have been left-leaning. We know who's left-leaning. You're very open about those beliefs, at least in the case of most woke leftists. And have people been attacking you for that? I don't think so. If anything, I've heard a lot of cases of conservatives being attacked by woke leftists. I'm not hearing much of the opposite, but I digress. This is coming off as very unhinged. Let's keep watching.
Anyone that you don't know tries to talk about politics around you, you shut that down immediately because that is fishing for information. And
see, this right here is very, you know, revealing, right? They're spread. Remember, I keep telling you they run. Remember that video I did a couple of days ago at that store last week, and the guy like literally, he was a total stranger. He didn't have to talk. But this day and age, like I said, I know niggas. Remember I tell you that's why I can go in any city. Now all of a sudden they want to run. Because in the past, we wouldn't have chopped it up like that either. But, you know, it wouldn't have been about politics. Even right before a major election. You know, just would have been, you know, whatever. I don't know. We said, if I said something to him, or he said something to me. Maybe it's the music I was playing, and it's all good. Now all of a sudden, yeah, he's running. No, man, no, I gotta go. I can't talk. You know, I remember I've been saying it. They all shut it. This is what they're saying. But see, they was doing that before they knew they was losing, right? Before the polls came out of their own people, even their own polls saying they're losing, not just the fake ones or whatever. Not fake, but what's it called when you only choose one group of people on purpose and then post it? But even those people are changing. Rigged polls. This fake.
But I digress. This is coming off as very unhinged. Let's keep watching.
Anyone that you don't know tries to talk about politics around you, you shut that down immediately because that is fishing for.
And that's exactly what I've been noticing. Remember, I told you they just shut it down. They'll leave. They'll run. They get out the car. They turn off that. Don't touch my radio. They turn off your radio. All types of shit. Just crazy shit. It is really annoying and crazy. It's like, what the fuck? Something's wrong with you people.
Information and people they can report.
But that is not just that is superstition. That is demonic worship. Yeah, don't listen to it. They can't hear the truth. That is demonic. That is superstition.
Tries to instigate a protest or a riot, they are also fishing for people that they can report.
What?
Anyone you know who is an immigrant, you are now going to tell anyone who asks that they have been living in America their whole lives. Because if you are not among the people who need to flee for their own safety, you are part of the people who are helping them flee. You do not brag about the people you have helped. You do not tell others about the people you have helped. You keep your mouth shut.
Okay. As unhinged as this is, it just sounds like his general advice to woke leftists is maybe you should stop talking so much about your woke leftism and wearing it on your body.
That's what I'm talking about. This is where it shows that it is not just because she's being honest. It's like she's just being honest about her experience. No, that's what I'm saying. You can't really totally just give the keys to these people right here, like her, these converts.
So many woke leftists do, as I did in my past. And you know what? I might be able to endorse this message.
In her past, she started giggling because to normal people, if you don't know nothing about women, I told you, that's exactly what she's thinking about. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. You come over for guys looking for, these women that come over and you might want to date them. You better check their past, buddy. She might change. It really seemed like a good chick, but I wouldn't. Whatever. That's on you, homeboy. Like I said, you don't know shit about women. You can't tell.
Maybe we could be a little bit quiet.
And they don't know. That's the good thing. They don't know because they'll never know what to say. And it's not you're trying to pick. It's just natural. If you had been around women, you already know. You're not looking for nothing to pick at. It's just it is. It's a fact. And here comes some more of the Democrat slaves. Remember, and I'm not dogging her. I'm not. I'm just. Is that what I'm saying? I'm just showing you an example.
About our politics, not for fear of being arrested, attacked, or brought down by your government under a Trump administration, but because maybe you're doing a little bit too much and you have to.
You see that phrase? Like I said, breaking the. I never liked it because that's a female phrase. Seriously. And honestly, it just, a girl, like you meet a chick, even my age, or you talking to a younger chick, that just says she been around with a lot of, because how do you call it? No, we're not insecure. We're not, because I'm definitely not jealous of niggas. I love my niggas, especially niggas that get pussy, birds of a feather. But, they're doing too much. It sounds like, she likes them, they like that rough sex. You doing it, but they really want them not to stop. You're doing too much. It's like, see, you don't want no chick like that. Even if they're using it at trying to see, that's what I'm saying. They'll tell on themselves. And it's been like that. It's been like that before,
doing a little bit too much for a very long time, and I was doing a little bit too much when I was a woke leftist. So far,
See?
I'm okay with it. I'm not okay with the insinuation.
That's the leftist in her. The honesty. That's fine. You know, she's supposed to be honest, but it's also, you know, telling on yourself. But she needs to. But and you know, she thinks, yeah, that was the reason she was doing too much. Because like she is now, she was living her life. She's a grown up. She could do what she wanted. And yeah, now she sees. That's why she ran the RSAC, because she realized she wasn't doing too much. She was giving away too much. And them niggas was having a party on her pussy. They was having a ball. And, you know, and they brainwashed her to tell her that, you know, she was in control, that she was living her life. And it's nobody else's business, but tell everybody anyway, even if it's not. No. So, and like I said, it's just really a warning to everybody. You know, not the shame. It has nothing to do with shame. If this on you. If you want to if she got her own company, make her own company and become the head, that's fine. But like I said, as far as, you know, leadership like that on our side, nah.
And that Trump supporters are coming out
And
to
it's more than
attack
her. Not just her. It's the dudes too. The leftist dudes. Yeah, all of the, remember they said them black convert, all of them converts. They all of a sudden seen the light somehow. We need to find out what made them really. They did seriously. That I think that should be like part of. Like I said, I had to go through a background, you know, federal government security security clearance. Like, oh, so what? Yeah, that does. What that part is serious. Why were your beliefs like this? You were once a leftist. And you just can't. Doesn't mean you can't get certain jobs. It don't mean you can't get a job. You just can't get certain positions. And that shouldn't be non-negotiable.
Opponents, because it's just simply not true. But we'll keep watching.
About all of it on every single possible forum. Anyone asks you about politics, you reply, "Who has time to talk about politics?" And nothing else. Someone asks you your opinion on global warming, you say,
and years ago, I had someone tell me that, yeah, probably like 02. So 22, 21. That's what I'm saying. This ain't nothing new. That's just what it is. They got it. They're trying to get people who are on the outside. Because when I tried to talk about it before, I ain't got time to talk about that. I want to hear all that. I want to hear all, you know, this is like a 2021. And yeah, stuff like that. So, yeah, see, that's why I said these white guys, they're getting their tactics from old black women, right? You hear what he's talking. You got a young white guy saying, and like they said, the Marxist co-founders of BLM, the women, the lesbians, they're trained Marxists. That's the training. Now we know, because all the time I used to be like, what the fuck is a trained Marxist? Now we see what trained Marxists are. They're fucking idiots. You know, basically, they're fucking morons.
About politics. Someone asks your opinion on wages and unionization, you say, "I don't talk about politics." Someone asks about your opinion on basic rights of other people, you say, "I don't talk about politics. It's gonna hurt, but that's what's gonna help you and others survive." These are the basic ground rules for surviving a fascist government, which is 100% what Donald Trump has said on camera he wants to put in place if he gets reelected.
What is going on? Guys, this is so crazy. And I know that it's crazy. I hope other people know that it's crazy, but I'm not so sure, because this got over 200,000 likes on TikTok, at least when I first...
And another thing, TikTok is owned by Chinese. Communist China. So, who knows if those 200, what I'm saying, propaganda, psychological warfare, so we can keep questioning, self-doubting, like, oh, where are all these crazy people that believe in this shit? Like I said, they keep having a few people walk by and come by right here, but there's probably only been like 15 people, and they gave them, you know, probably $20 or something, you know, a piece. But they don't equate to 200,000. Yeah, psychological warfare.
just found it. It probably has more at this point. This is wild. You guys can chill out. Republicans are not going to come and attack you. We don't have a history of doing that. And if
And then another thing, we know they don't really believe that shit. They like I said, they know it's the propaganda. They're doing their job, spreading the lies. They know, oh, they're gonna come get us. Like I said, it's like the movie where the person hurts themselves and calls for help right in front of the person, and the person is looking around because they don't know what to do. And then somebody calls the security and the cops, and now they're arrested. And the person, you've seen a few movies like that. And then this what I'm saying. This was akin to. They know what the fuck they're doing.
Your party has a history of doing that. We're not coming after you based on your political opinions. In fact, we're not doing that because we value free speech, and we've experienced censorship and attacks on the basis of having our own political opinions for quite some time. If you look at conservatives and Republicans and free thinkers right now, we're the ones fighting for your ability to speak and espouse your political opinions without being attacked. So I think you've got things a little bit confused. And if we're looking at Democrats and leftists right now, you guys are attacking conservatives for having dissident opinions. You're attacking them in public, you're attacking them online with censorship and deplatforming them and shadow banning them. You're attacking them with...
Exactly, I can't even leave a reply now without it disappearing. Then a lot of my comments to get taken down. Look, let me just leave a reply. This ain't even gonna write nothing. I'll just say this. Go back. Nothing. Now it's gone. See? We're the only ones getting censored.
Lawfare, as we've witnessed with Donald Trump. So I don't know where this guy is getting these claims from or getting these ideas that this is what it's going to be like under a Trump presidency. Never mind the fact that he's already lived through a Trump presidential term and he's lived to tell the tale and be very open about his political opinions. This is peak delusion. Oy, oy, oy.
I'm not trying to tell you that he is guaranteed to win. I am not going to tell you that he is going to successfully overthrow the government. I am telling you these are the things that are going to happen if he somehow does wind up back in the White House and what you need to do to prepare. And finally, you may not like it, but get yourself firearms training, firearms safety training, and stay strapped. Because worst comes to worst, you also need to be able to defend yourself.
Wow. Leftists are finally moving their way over to the Second Amendment. That's fascinating.
And the Second Amendment is probably the only constitutional right that Donald Trump will not do away with.
It's so funny because leftists for so long have not understood the Second Amendment and why the right has been fighting for the Second Amendment. But suddenly with all this propaganda and the sort of media witch hunt that revolves around Donald Trump, they now understand what the Second Amendment is. And it speaks to the fact that they can't engage with ideas unless they feel the idea directly affects them. And because of all this delusional reporting that has taken place, attacking Donald Trump, saying he's a...
That lady walks down the street all the time. Now she's walking in the street. I just seen she walks by here all the time. She knows where the sidewalk is. She's just walking in the middle of the street. See how they do these people? Why did they told her to do that? See, she just looked at me, didn't look back. See, this is crazy. Democrats are crazy, man. These people are crazy. Then she got a mask on under her chin, She's just walking, and I don't know what that's supposed to symbolize.
Threat to democracy, that he's a fascist, a dictator, comparing him to Adolf Hitler. They now suddenly understand the Second Amendment, even though their understanding is based on a lie. But I guess I'll give them credit where credit is due. Gosh.
Probably most importantly, if he does get elected and you talk about your personal politics anywhere on social media, you need to delete that account in its entirety immediately. There will still be archived evidence of it, but at the very least, they can't go into a profile that you are still using and say that those are still your views, which can be the difference between walking free and being in a camp.
And see, that's what I was saying. These people should be put in mental hospitals. And like I said, the proof for future 10, 20 years from now, In 2024, 2025, did they lock people? No, these people were running around crazy talking about they were going to shoot people because Trump won, and we put them in mental hospitals and nobody else saying nothing happened. The country's still here. 20, 30 years later, yeah, 30 years, the country's still here. Nothing bad happened. And they're the only ones, and they got the help they needed. The country went on. Everybody did fine. They had their jobs. The country got better. People, went to work, spent their money, partied after, when they had the chance. Everybody had their fun. These idiots wanted them, they wanted to get locked up. So we obliged them and locked them up in insane asylums.
I need a moment. Being in a camp, what are you talking about? We have nothing to base these claims off of except for lies. And I guess this in some way speaks to the deluded narrative that leftists harbor in their brains, but it also speaks to the power of media. The media has chosen to pick Donald Trump as somebody to attack and lie about, and their lies have been successful.
The media has not chosen that. They're puppet masters. You know that. She know better than that. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, the media. The media don't choose this shit. They're doing what their puppet masters are telling them to do.
Calling him a threat to democracy, a fascist, the list of things that I've already gone throughout this video multiple times, has been successful in convincing people that he really is the root of all evil, even though we have no evidence at all to substantiate the claims that they're making. And it leads to behavior like this. It leads to thoughts like this. Even though 50% of the country supports Donald Trump and is behind him, these people truly think that he is going to ruin their lives and possibly place them in camps for their political opinion, even though they have no evidence whatsoever. And in fact, conservatives have been experiencing doses of this sort of treatment, and we have been for quite some time, which is really what led to the rise of Donald Trump. This is such a switch of narratives. There's so much going on here that I can understand why it's happening with what people are taking in, but it is not based in reality. And this guy seems to clearly believe what it is he's saying, and I feel bad for him that he has taken on this narrative, that he truly believes that this is the reality that he could be facing if Donald Trump becomes president. But we'll wait and see. I do hope that
It's your energy that's keeping you broke.
Activists say our future is dismal.
We are in the beginning of a mass extinction. Because I don't have a future.
If it's not climate change, it's homophobia.
It's very stressful. People don't know whether we're going to have rights next year or not.
The activists say they fight to save people from homophobia, racism, hate groups, climate change. Listening to them, you'd think these threats are getting worse. But the opposite is true. Our air and water are cleaner. We live longer, healthier lives. There's less racism than there used to be. Less homophobia, too. But if the protesters acknowledge that, what would they do with their lives? Journalist John Tierney covered activists for years.
In 1979, I was a reporter at the Washington Star, and I was assigned to cover the first anti-nuclear march.
Thousands protested nuclear power.
An end to the nuclear age in its entirety.
And I interviewed the organizers, and I was just struck that all of them were veterans of the anti-war movement. How did they all suddenly become so passionate and so knowledgeable about nuclear power? And then it was later I realized, well, of course, the Vietnam War was over. They succeeded, so they needed to find a new cause. For activists, success is a threat. It's going to put you out of business unless you find a new cause.
But it's not a business. They're not making money doing this.
Oh, yes, they are.
Environmental activists probably collect the most. Their leaders pay themselves hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of dollars. Racial equity groups have gotten rich, too. Although when it comes to deceitful self-dealing, Tierney says,
the ultimate example is the Southern Poverty Law Center.
The Southern Poverty Law Center released a chilling report.
When the center...
And of course, it's all niggas, old-ass niggas, the biggest goddamn thieves. This shit is a disgrace.
OPA that promised legal help to those harmed by racism. After their lawsuits bankrupted chapters of the Ku Klux Klan, the center changed Klan Watch to Hate Watch.
Fabricating these, the idea that there's a rising tide of hate in this country. And they just fundraise with that, and it scares people, and they get money.
They think they're making the world a better place.
But they're not. They're viciously attacking and smearing
groups like Moms for Liberty, Moms for America.
We put about 10 of these major hate groups out of business. They're just scaremongering and giving people the idea that there's all this hatred and racism in the country when all the evidence shows just the reverse.
The head of the group once said he'd stop fundraising if they ever got to $55 million.
Well, now they have over $600 million in the bank, and they haven't stopped fundraising.
Tierney wrote a book detailing why people fall for such bad news. In The Power of Bad, you explain that we're programmed to see.
No, they're stupid. I don't see that everybody got to be too nice. It's like, nope, they're stupid.
Bad because
like that Chinese lady, why you so stupid?
Our ancestors didn't see the saber-toothed tiger. They were dead, and they didn't give birth to us.
Exactly. The ones who paid attention to threats were the ones who survived.
Our brains are hardwired to react strongly to fear, and activists take advantage of that.
And it's like, no. Also, we're humans. We got history to learn from, and now we don't have to remember, which is messed up. But we got books, writings, hell, even cave drawings to warn us about con artists. So you used an example of the past and the ancestors getting eaten by saber-toothed tigers if they don't pay attention and listen. But another example about the past, or more recent past, hundreds of years ago, now your enemy is going to be not a saber-toothed tiger, but not learning from somebody else, getting conned, and not taking heed to what your people are telling you about this con artist, flim-flam artist. So it's like, nah, don't try to explain it away that, people are hardwired. No, these people are just stupid. Or either it's one or the other. It's not that they're innocent, doe-eyed, people who are just afraid and falling for it. They're stupid, meaning either they just, cowardly, don't want to say anything, or they want to be down with the scam. Like, where's my money? That's the only thing. They know what's going on. There's nobody who just fell for it and was really, oh, the Klan is coming again. No, nobody fell for that. They knew what it was. They want to get paid too.
This industry, the merchants of bad, who get more money by creating crises or pretending that...
Shit, I gotta go. Might go do something else, but anyway.